We're kicking off this Boiler Bite from inside a Boilermaker locker room, where stories of individual and team success abound. What better place than here to ask, how does a good athlete become a great athlete? And how does a great athlete become a champion? We look for answers to those questions from Purdue's Sports Performance Center. Recently, Purdue hired Dwayne Carlile as the Director of Sports Performance, coming directly from the NFL's San Francisco 49ers, where he was the head of strength and conditioning. Now at Purdue, Carlile's expertise is supported by an exceptional staff, and they're on a mission to maximize the performance of our student athletes and support the coaches in all Boilermaker sports. Let's take a look at how Purdue is building its championship culture.
Our goal here at Purdue Sports Performance is to first and foremost support our student athletes in helping to provide cutting-edge training in the area of speed, agility, quickness, strength, power, nutrition, recovery strategies to help them maximize their performance and minimize their risk of injury. Secondly, we're here for our coaches. Bottom line is we're an extension of their program. Therefore, it's our goal to help our coaches support them in the area of their strength and conditioning needs to help get their teams physically prepared to play their respective sport. We're under the umbrella of sports medicine, so we take an integrative approach to helping meet our athletes' injury prevention needs as well as their performance enhancement needs.
The sports performance programs that we create for our athletes are specific to their needs in terms of their sport, their position, and of course the wear and tear on their bodies. So what we're trying to do is keep them healthy and have them perform at peak levels. When creating programs, all of our coaches have their athletes go through a variety of assessments. So we have the functional movement screen, which just takes into account basic movement. With our video system, we are able to look at whatever we want. So if we want to focus the camera in on the platform and correct Olympic lifting technique, or if we want to spin it around to face the turf and look at different agility drills or jump technique or anything like that, we use the video system to basically not just observe a team session and see, who's doing what well and who needs to have some improvement, but we also pull in individuals to address individual concerns, whether or not they're cutting correctly and seeing what their technique looks like, and ways to just enhance and show them, okay, this is where your form is breaking down, this is where we need to make sure you understand the importance of why I'm telling you to do it this way.
We try to create a fun environment. We want our student athletes to come in here, they're energized, they're fired up, and we build relationships with them. We want them to come in here and really take to what we're doing, and hopefully we'll continue to do that. First and foremost, it's about the students. So when they come in, it's got to be a great environment for them. At the end of the day, we've got another slogan that we use. It's about getting 1% better. What did you do to get better on that given day?
Since coming to Purdue and working with the Sports Performance Center, I've just seen a drastic improvement in everything from body control to strength. They've really helped us with getting our core, and getting our balance right and everything like that. And then we go into running and conditioning and trying to push through, tough tasks like that. So by the end of the season, we're still in shape and we're still fit and ready to go. I came in real skinny, gangly, thin. Coach Speck came in here. She just transformed my body really from the core. It's an insane difference.
Our facility here at Mackey rivals any professional facility in the NFL, NBA, you name it. This facility is absolutely phenomenal. We just recently renovated Mollenkoff. It's a 14,000 square foot facility. Attached to the Mollenkoff facility is a 140-yard indoor turf field where we can do all of our movement training. We interchangeably use both facilities depending on what our needs are for our student athletes.
Another integral part of the performance equation is good nutrition. Rachel Clark works with the student athletes to ensure a proper diet is maintained.
We encourage all of our student athletes to consider their nutrition as an essential part of their training, just like they would practicing on the field or on the court or their resistance training, that nutrition is that important to their performance. One of the tools that we use to help structure our athletes' training and nutrition plans is called the I Dexa. The I Dexa is a machine that uses low-dose X-ray technology to scan the whole body and tell us about the student-athlete's body composition. And taking these measurements helps us to track changes in the student-athlete's body composition so we can make adjustments in their nutrition and training plans.
What we do at Sports Performance is we address the comprehensive needs of our student-athletes. We stress sleep, which is part of regeneration, right? Recovery and regeneration. We stress nutrition. We get our athletes faster. So there's a movement component, right? And there's not only linear, but there's lateral and there's multi-directional movement depending on the sport needs. In addition to that, we address strength. That's a basis for our program. We also address power. We do plyometric exercises that are designed to improve the muscle's ability to exert force in a short amount of time. So we do a broad range of things that we blend together in a training program to make sure that all those needs are addressed to help our student athletes maximize their performance.
The Sports Performance Center is a tremendous tool for Purdue athletes, but there are outstanding opportunities for students desiring a degree in this field as well.
Sports performance students can really get a lot out of the program because it's multi-tiered. With the health and kinesiology degree, you can stick with the sports performance degree, and you can become a coach, and that can be in the athletic side. You can be a support coach, or you can be a sports performance coach and be directly involved in the strength and conditioning and the speed mechanics and everything of that nature as well. Or you can move on, and a lot of our students are doing that, whether it's nursing, physical therapy, anything of that sort as well, to kind of pursue what they want to do later on as well. We set them up great for that. I started out as a sports performance assistant and then moved over to the health and kinesiology department. And so now as I head up the clinical experience, it's going to be something that we definitely want to introduce them and get their feet wet, so to speak, in training athletes and understanding the big picture of sports performance in general.
We got a couple models that we live by. One, we tell our student athletes that we're going to give you everything we have, and we expect that you give us everything you have. It's a perfect marriage if both of us are operating on that level. Second thing is, our goal as coaches is to be able to get our athletes to compete the way they train and train the way they compete. Our long-term goal for sports performance is to continue to stay on the cutting edge of training, continue to support our coaches, and continue to find ways to help motivate our athletes and educate our athletes about the various methods of training that's going to help them improve their overall performance. That's continually the long-term goal.